Terry Silver is back in the Cobra Kai series. Hey! And today we get a great new shot of him with some other new photos exclusively from People magazine for Cobra Kai Season 4, and we'll take a look at all of them. I'm Ken Cole, and if you're a fan of Cobra Kai and Karate Kid, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything from the Ken Cole Dojo, including something huge in the coming weeks that you're gonna love. So let's dive into these new photos. It's been over a month since the latest trailer, so what do these new photos reveal? The first photo shows a serious-looking Johnny offering a handshake to his former rival, Daniel. Daniel is looking at Johnny's hand a little dubiously, like he's not sure if Johnny's for real, or maybe he can't believe he's actually training with Johnny now. In fact, if you look at Daniel's hands, he's holding Mr. Miyagi's Japanese sanders from the first Karate Kid movie.
What are these?
Japanese sander.
Is it possible that Daniel is putting Johnny through the same training that Mr. Miyagi gave him? Though it does seem like there's some uncertainty about Daniel and Johnny's partnership, which we last saw in the Cobra Kai Season 3 finale. In fact, this photo's title is Daniel and Johnny Make Peace? So maybe their alliance isn't a sure thing, which might not be good if Terry Silver is causing trouble in the neighborhood. The next picture shows our favorite Eagle Fang and Miyagi-Do students looking very concerned from inside Mr. Miyagi's house. If I didn't know any better, I'd say they were looking at a train wreck. So maybe they're just hanging on to see if and how their senseis will get along in this new combined dojo. Here's a picture that shows a moment from the trailer where Johnny is having fun teasing Daniel about his crane kick from the 1984 All-Valley tournament. Daniel is dressed up with a catcher's mask and chest protector, just like Miyagi when he was teaching Daniel to punch in Karate Kid 1. Looking at the students, it looks like even Sam thinks this is pretty funny, though we know from the trailer that Daniel ends up walking away from Johnny, totally frustrated. So now we have a very interesting photo of John Kreese and Terry Silver at a nice dinner. People magazine calls this photo Enemy's Plot. Up until now, we've seen some brief glimpses of Terry Silver in Season 4. There's a dark shot from the teaser where we saw him from the back. There were a couple of other shots from the last trailer where we saw Terry's face looking stern from a distance, a close-up of him tying his ponytail, and then some shots of him looking fierce as he punched a bag. But looking at this photo, this is the first time we've really seen the face of what I'd call classic Terry. I mean, let's look at this scene with Kreese. They're sitting in a nice restaurant. Terry looks very at home, comfortable, and happy. He also looks well dressed with an expensive watch, so it definitely looks like Terry still has money. And you can also see he's wearing what looks like some beaded bracelets and maybe a hair tie on his right wrist. Notice how in the previous trailer, Terry had a different bracelet on his right wrist. So these different bracelets might just be fashion statements, and we know Terry has always had a taste for fashion. John Kreese, on the other hand, doesn't look quite as comfortable as Terry, and you get the sense that this more upscale setting really isn't his scene. He'd probably rather be at some place like the diner. But in this picture, check out how delighted Terry looks. We can't see his eyes too well, but you can still tell they're just gleaming. He's very happy about something. And as we know from my video, What Terry Silver Wants, nothing makes Terry happier than being in total control of every situation, having absolute power in his relationships, causing pain to his enemies, getting thrills from doing illicit things, and pulling off elaborate manipulation schemes to perfection. I wonder which one of those, or combination of those, is happening in this photo. And while Terry is very happy about something, Kreese is definitely not sharing Terry's excitement. It almost looks like he's been taken aback or surprised by something Terry just said. In my past videos, I've said that if John Kreese brought Terry Silver into the mix, that could be a risky move, letting the Cobra out of the bag. Terry could bring a whole new level of manipulation, scheming, and pain that even John Kreese might not expect. Kreese's relatively simple plan of finishing his enemies might get turned on its head when Terry Silver takes things in unexpected directions. Because for Terry, it's not just about the final goal, it's all about the sadistic fun along the way. That's what got him into trouble with the 1985 All-Valley tournament. He could have easily instructed Mike Barnes to beat Daniel quickly, but instead he wanted Daniel to experience pain. So he made Mike Barnes do this ridiculous win a point, lose a point scheme, which put Mike in a position to lose the tournament in sudden death. No doubt, John Kreese knows this about his friend, So will he try to rein in Terry and try to focus him on the mission? Or is that even possible? One more thing about this photo is that Terry has his hair down. This is the second time we've seen modern Terry with his hair down, the first being in the September trailer. Back in Karate Kid 3, we never saw Terry with his hair down. It was always tied back in a ponytail. So is this a new look for Terry? In the past 35 years, has he changed his public image a bit? Is this his normal guy look nowadays? Though if he's wearing a hair tie on his wrist, he might always be ready to go into ponytail mode. And I want to point out that while Terry looks more relaxed here, the very first teaser revealed classic Terry in black, complete with ponytail. So we know that this new look isn't the whole story with Terry Silver. Let me know in the comments what you think of Terry's new look. The next photo shows Tory and Robby sparring in the Cobra Kai dojo, with Kreese and Cobra Kai students looking on. It looks like Tory has the upper hand in this match, but the photo description of this is interesting. It says that Tory and Robby stayed with Cobra Kai, but how long will they be okay with the dojo's dirty tricks and heartless philosophy? So it seems like Tory and Robby being in Cobra Kai might not last forever. Will the training be too extreme, or will they be coerced into doing evil things to their opponents? The next photo shows a father-son moment between Daniel and Anthony. Anthony has definitely grown up a bit through the seasons, and the caption for this photo asks whether Anthony can give up video games to fight in the Miyagi-Do dojo along with his sister. One interesting thing about this photo is a sweatshirt on the sofa with No Mercy on the sleeve. Could this be a Cobra Kai sweatshirt? And what is it doing here with Daniel and Anthony? The last shot is of a new character named Kenny, and unfortunately it looks like he's being bullied in school. The caption says that he turns to karate to defend himself. The question is, which dojo will he choose? Very observant commenters noticed in the last trailer that when Hawk had Kenny up against the stall, it looked like he was wearing a Cobra Kai shirt. So could Kenny be Cobra Kai's newest member? People magazine also quotes showrunners Josh Heald, John Hurwitz, and Hayden Schlossberg as saying, "Prepare yourselves, because season 4 is our biggest one yet, with new alliances, new students, new conflicts, and the return of a legendary franchise character. It's anyone's game. Strap in for a wild ride on the way to the 51st annual All Valley Tournament." I can't wait. And a part of me still can't believe we're about to see Terry Silver again. And if you, like me, are a fan of Terry Silver, Cobra Kai, and Karate Kid, I'm going to be releasing something really big on this channel in the coming weeks. Believe me, it'll make the wait for Cobra Kai Season 4 much easier. So get all the updates by subscribing to this channel and hitting the notification bell, because there's so much more to come. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and now let me present a special message from our sponsor, Dynatox.
The pollution crisis facing our planet is nothing new. In 1974, business visionary and war veteran Terence Silver founded Dynatox. He dedicated his life to fighting the challenges posed by pollution and toxic waste, to preserve the American way of life. Terence Silver stood up to all enemies of the environment, whether adversaries abroad or corrupt bureaucracy at home. Under the guidance of Terence Silver, Dynatox became the industry leader, bringing thousands of jobs to Americans and people across the globe. Most of all, Dynatox has given us the gift of clean water, fertile land, and fresh air for generations to come. Dynatox. Paid for by Co Associates for a Clean America.